interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Yo, it's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday, we gon' give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet. And retweet, it's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
What is up? Episode 68, Remember the Show. Jason Anik, so glad to be back hosting with my guy, welterweight contender Belal Muhammad. Missed you in International Fight Week in Vegas, man. Missed you down here in Florida last week. Good to see you, brother. You look clean. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you missed me in Florida too, man. That COVID hurt. Everybody was asking. He had COVID. It hit him hard, guys. 14 days, right?
Yeah, I got banged up a little bit by COVID. But so the day after I got COVID, I was supposed to meet. I've never met Belal. Never met face to face. John's probably seen you 3 or 4 times since we started doing the show. But anyway, had you and John met in person? Yeah, you had met in person before.
Tatiana's back again. God dang you, Tatiana.
I love it. I wonder how the internet connection is. She did like something with John, some Modelo thing for John. Her favorite show. I gotta love it. But anyway, yeah. So I was supposed to meet you down in Florida, and then I was gonna kind of surprise you showing up over there in Plantation a little bit. But anyway, I'm sure that went well. And then your International Fight Week. So would you get kicked out? You were doing your fan show.
Oh my God, bro! It was raw. It was really good. We had it was after the weigh-ins, and I told everybody we're meeting outside, and then we had a huge group of people out there ready to go. And the first person that we did, I was doing the face matches for the fan show. The first person was Sean O'Malley's sister. She just like randomly was there. And then my boy was like, we were just walking. And then he's like, hey, you guys want to play the game show? And then her friend was like, yeah, her brother's in the UFC. And then we were like, oh, who's her brother? She's like, yeah, Sean O'Malley. I'm like, no way. So the first face match was like Sean O'Malley in DC. And she didn't get it. She got the shot. She knew the Sean O'Malley, but she didn't know who the other one was. And then we had a good crew, probably like 50 to 60 people out there. Then all of a sudden security is like, yeah, you guys can't be in front of here. And we're like, bro, well, you act like we're doing anything. We're standing right in front of T-Mobile Arena. Like, what do you expect people to do? But it was like steaming hot. And we had money. I gave away T-shirts too out there. It was cool. It was a fun time.
I love it. There was a crowd.
Yeah, it was a good crowd. A lot of people knew what it was. So it was cool to see people that they knew how to play already.
So I don't know how many of our viewers took in this basketball game that took place during International Fight Week. And Cody Merrow, you can put your shining face on the screen anytime you want. But he's wearing a basketball jersey. Is that a LeBron jersey? The kid from New England? Get the fuck out of here.
Just a kid from Akron.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. He's quick. He's sharp with that 27 years old or whatever he is. Anyway, so this basketball game, a lot of chatter on this show originated because a lot of guys said they can ball. Walt Harris, Phil Rowe, Jamal Hill. The list goes on. Belal Muhammad, who we know can play. Anyway, the game sort of made its way to Vegas Friday night. Cody Merrow had a couple cocktails, I guess, and a meal, and he'd been working all day on Radio Row out there, so he couldn't make it. Talk to me, boys. And then we'll get into the game. But Cody, you were not there.
I wasn't there because I had a 5:30 a.m. call time. So I'd been up all day, didn't eat. I'm sitting there. I'm eating a slice of pizza. I'm on like my 3rd beer at this point. Hadn't eaten all day. And I get Belal's text. 10 p.m. basketball tonight. This is like 8 o'clock.
What time was it? Yeah. What 8? What time?
It was like 7:38. It was like crunch time.
I'd love to know that. Because go ahead. No, I just think you might be more culpable for missing the game than I had previously thought.
No, I mean,
I was thinking you got left out. Maybe you just didn't.
I'm going to say I'm like 40% responsible. And then like 20 to 30% is just because I know that a couple of guys were just scared of me. So like some of the feedback I got was like, hey man, like DC might not show up if you show up. So like I had to protect the sanctity of the game. You know what I mean?
So my one takeaway after, and there's not a lot of clips out there, but the one thing is like, if I ever play in that game, which I want to play in that game, like Belal, I want to be on your team. I never want Belal to guard me. I get like nightmares of like
run the floor,
I want nothing to do with that.
I didn't see much running of the floor.
No, actually, dude, it was fun. Like none of the guys knew how to cut. There was no cutting at all from anybody, but it was fun. Jamal Hill's a beast. Jamal Hill was just whacking him. Brunson didn't have his right shoes on, but he was actually good. DC, I'll give it to him. He had some cousins that were beasts. He was telling me the whole time, yeah, I'm bringing family. I'm like, who the heck's your family? He said, don't worry what my family is. Just be there at 10 p.m. And I was like, all right. And then all of a sudden we find out one of his cousins like played college ball. They were a lot smaller, but they were actually really good.
DC's like trying to come like win a few hundred. I mean, like he's got a lot of streams of revenue, I would think. And by the way, speaking of Brunson shoes, how about Belal Muhammad's Bo Jacksons? How tight are those?
You know, people
worked on the basketball court.
Only the real ones really notice them, but it's cool that it caught your eye right there. It just shows me you're a real one.
Well, what caught my eye was this.
What's that?
This caught my eye. I mean, oh, denied.
I'm just walking.
None of that in Bilal's house.
Dude, the trash talk in that game was hilarious. Like, first of
all,
what were the
Sorry, what were the teams? You had Brunson and Jamal on your team? Is that
so? It was me, Jamal Hill, Brunson, the Schmo, and then another one of Jamal Hill's buddies for game 1. And then DC, it was DC and 4 of his cousins. And the first game, DC is like, yeah, we're playing for money. So him and Jamal bet $500 in the first game. So yeah, 500. And then we ended up winning the first game.
Everybody.
Yeah. So we won the first game. So then the second game, DC's like, yeah, I need a rematch. And then we had to substitute the Schmo and Jamal's other buddy for another one of Jamal's buddies. And Schmo's actually decent. Schmo's a hustler. And Schmo was there early.
Schmo was playing good defense.
Yeah,
he
Schmo
looked
had
like
good
he was
defense.
playing some deep.
And I think that's one of the reasons we lost the second game, because we substituted the Schmo for Joaquin Buckley. And Joaquin Buckley sucks.
Well, but hey, if you wanted to get out of like a dangerous combat situation though on the streets, like that's the guy you ask.
Yeah.
You know, Dale Davis will have
if
you.
There was a street fight going on, there was a couple hard fouls because DC's team had a big guy on their team, and like, there was a couple hard fouls on him that we had to go hacky shack mode on him, and then it was close to like blows were about to be thrown, and I'm looking at DC like, man, I wonder what DC does right now if we're a team full of UFC guys and it's just DC and his cousins. I'm like, he's gonna look at it like, man, what do I do? Do I just break it up or I jump in?
Well, what about dunks? Were there any dunks? Any Jamal Hill dunks?
Jamal Hill's a dunker, but there was nothing that happened in the game. Like,
see, I would have been hunting for the oop the whole time. To be honest, I would have been like you know,
that's
you
the
on
only
the
thing.
fast
You had to be
break.
careful because, like I said, there was a lot of guys that were hacking, so you had to be very careful with when you're going in.
And you come down wrong.
DC's a hack. He was coming up with his own rules. Like he had rules for every little thing that was coming
and
up.
Bringing all his cousins, college ball players, trying
when
to
you're
put 5.
A Hall of Famer, you can make up your own rules. That's kind of how it goes. Unless, well, I mean, especially if you're in New York with the New York State Athletic Commission, you can just make your own rules if you're DC. So
that was one of the funniest things in the world when he did that at the Hall of Fame speeches were great from DC and Khabib. But wait, Khabib's speech was the best speech I've ever heard in my life. He had like a written out, they had him like notes written out, and he walked up there and he was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read what they wrote for me. I'm just gonna talk. So, and then he's like talking, and then he said, let me see, talk about legacy, huh? All right, legacy, what legacy means to me. It was like he was reading it, and then he was answering the question. It was like the funniest speech ever, but it was really good. It was Khabib.
Well, and the best thing about that is, so I was lucky enough to sit next to Belal and Lou Taylor and the whole squad, and trying to leave that with Belal, dude's a superstar. We literally had to so we're trying to leave and trying to give people pictures. Like, obviously everyone wants a picture with me and it's all crazy. But so Bilal's getting everybody's picture taken, and the security was getting so fed up with the fact we couldn't leave that a lady came over and she was like, nope, like you guys got to go this way. Like, this is getting crazy. Like, we're trying to get out of there. And she's like, no, like this guy's getting mauled. Like, this is going to get crazy. Like, you guys got to get out of here. So
yeah, shout out to that security guard. She was really cool.
She was great. But just saying, like the Remember the Show crowd travels well for Mr. Belal Muhammad. I will say
remember the name. I mean, yeah, I appreciate the Remember the Show shout out, but remember the name Muhammad. His fans travel well. So can we get into it, man? And I know, like, ultimately, and I say this with respect, I'm not in your inner circle to the point to know exactly what's going on with the rumblings about a fight. But as someone who's a fan of yours and someone who knows yours, it's super frustrating, even for someone like me on the outskirts. So is there anything you can tell us? You look terrific. And I'm not, I mean, not a lot of guys look like that out of camp. So talk to me. What's going on in the welterweight division, number 5?
Yeah, just trying to stay in shape. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what they're coming up with. None of it really makes sense. Why it's not getting made. I was at the fights. And Joey Burrow came up to me and he was like, "Yo, we getting that Chimaev fight?" Like if Joey B's talking about the fight, like it makes sense. Dana, come on, what's going on over
So
here?
see, that's right. It's got right, like Chimaev. Unless we're missing some, Chimaev's willing, Muhammad's willing. It's got to be Dana, and I got no knowledge. It's got to be. There he is. The
Hey,
14th
what's up,
ranked
brother?
lightweight Jalin Turner joins us. What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on?
Welcome
How
to
you
the show,
feeling?
man.
Huge win this weekend. Congratulations. You
Thanks.
you look injury free. What is it? 40 seconds.
45. Yeah, 45.
Congrats on the bonus too. That was like your first bonus too, right?
Man, it only took 5 tries, but we got it.
And I'm about to say, was it all 5 dominant finishes?
Yeah, all of them. All of them. I definitely thought I was going to get one my last one for sure, but it didn't go down that way.
You're a guy that's not really on the radar. Like a lot of people, you're quiet with it, but you're like a silent assassin. What gym do you train out of?
I'm mainly at Ruka, and then I've been training a lot at Millennia lately.
Okay, what is your training like consist of? Is it like, are you like more like a strength conditioning type of guy? Because I don't know how the heck you make 155. You look huge, but you look like thick as you're making 155. Like,
Man,
are you doing any like conditioning like that, or your body just naturally swole?
Man, I started doing strength and conditioning once I got to the UFC. I didn't even do it like for the longest, But yeah, dude, I don't do too much strength and conditioning. I just use it as like a little bit of extra credit for my training. But yeah, dude, I stay fairly lean, man. Like I got my dad bod now, so I walk around like 180, 185 sometimes.
Oh, all right. It's not even that bad. I used to train Paul Felder. Paul Felder would be like 195 out of camp. And I'm like, how the heck is the guy making 155? Yeah, it didn't make no sense at all.
Yeah, dude, I don't get that big ever.
So, dude, you'll be watching the main event this weekend, I would think. A couple guys that could be in your future, I would think. Fazeev and maybe the legend Dos Anjos with the 14 next to your name. I'm sure you'll be watching closely.
I'm gonna be watching, but like I was saying, I wouldn't fight RDA. We've he's a training partner of mine. We trained a few camps together, so helped him out for mini camps so far. So we're gonna stay allies.
I like it. You're
known for your striking, but getting a submission win like that, and it looked like you knew what you were doing on the ground. Like, what do you do? What's your belt in jiu-jitsu?
I'm a brown belt, man. I'm a Carlson Gracie brown belt. Come on.
You're a brown belt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you do have grappling. I'm sitting here thinking that, all right, this is a dominant striker. It doesn't have no ground game at all. I'm just gonna wrestle him. But you got grappling?
Yeah, man. I'm well versed everywhere. I'm working on my wrestling constantly. Cause especially just knowing who's in front of me is a lot of grapplers anyway. So I've just been preparing for that. So yeah, man, I'm not just a striker. I can finish on the floor. I can finish wherever.
When you're looking at the division, are you looking at, obviously your division has a bunch of killers in there, a bunch of wrestlers. Are you excited to fight a wrestler, or you're like, let me get a more exciting fight, like a Dan Hooker striking fest, something like that?
Me personally, I like fighting the strikers. It's more exciting, to sell more tickets. But I take on all challenges. I take on all the leg humpers, whatever you want to do to try to win the fight. I'm with it. I'm there for it. I'm a game plan for it and be prepared. So yeah, fight's a fight.
No, gonna be a lot of people avoiding this dude in the lightweight division. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's it seems that it's
when I'm watching, like I always watch this stuff, and I was like, dude, everything's just sharper, and every fight you're getting better and better. And I was sitting there, I have my boy in the division, and then somebody was telling him, oh, call out Jalin Turner, Ignacio Mondes. I'm like, bro, not yet. No, we ain't there yet, bro. Relax. Like we're still on the come up right now.
I ain't gonna lie, he was on my radar because he fought my boy. So, but now we're Roosevelt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I gotta get that back one day. If he come up, we're gonna have to do that one.
Nah, yeah, bro, you guys meet for the title fight later on, dude. You guys are both good. You're all right, man.
Hey,
our producer,
he'll be up here. So I got my eye on him.
Yeah, no. So our producer just dropped in Tony Ferguson's name. I think that'd be a nice, be an interesting fight, Jalen.
I mean, I trained with Tony back in the day. I do it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. We'll see. He's gonna hear this and get mad anyway, so he unfollowed me a while back. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Oh, he unfollowed you too? You train with him?
Yeah, bro. He unfollowed me. I didn't even notice. I was like, bro, I was like, really? Like, you hear all these crazy stories about Tony, like, you know how it is.
Julian said you want to fight in December. You know, I was thinking too is another big name that just won this weekend, who's a big veteran. I think somebody like with a big name like Jim Miller too would be a fun one.
Man, he fought Road too. I had him on my radar too.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. You know, like I'm in no rush. I did have a little injury before the fight, so I got it checked out today. So I want to see like the extent of that, and then I start figuring everything else out from there. So you might see me December, November if I get back on it quickly enough. I'll be ready.
Oh, so you went into the fight with Andrew. That's what I tell people all the time. They'd be like, "Oh man, that was a 40-second fight. You came out uninjured." I'm like, "Bro, you get the most injuries in camp. People don't understand that like, the camp is the hardest part of the fight."
Yeah, like it happened right before fight week. Grappling, I had a head and arm, but I ended up started to like lose my grip and let it go. Dude goes for an arm drag, and I'm standing up and I pull my arm out as he goes for the arm drag, catches the end of my wrist and my glove, hyperextended my arm pretty bad. I could have been my arm for like 2 days after that. I couldn't even like move it. It was crazy, but I pulled through. It got better, so it all worked out.
Dang, it was that close to the fight too?
Yeah.
Did you have to do any shots or anything, or did you just?
I was going to, but I didn't want to get that deep. And then I was just like, you know what? Like, it already started to feel better. I got my mobility back. And once I was like able to punch and accept the contact with it, I was like, all right, you know what? Like, we're just going to just thug it out from there.
Were you able to go into the crowd right after the fight and watch the rest of the fights? Or did you have to leave?
They don't let us in the crowd.
Well, yeah, but I was like, man, it's international fight week. You just got a 40-minute finish, 40-second finish real quick. You got to sneak your way out.
Yeah, man. Maybe now I'm in the rankings, I can start sneaking out now. We'll see. But
congrats on that too. That's a big concept. I tell people that all the time. It's like once you hit that, and you're not number 15, you hit number 14. So it's like number 15 always goes down. Like they put me at number 15 before, and I was like, bro, I don't really care about number 15 because I'm gonna be out after one more person fights. But number 14, that's set. That's your number right there.
Heck yeah. I'm in there solidified.
Well, and when we started doing this show, September 2020, Belal was unranked. Now he's 5, so it can happen quickly, no doubt about it. You know that.
Oh yeah, in the blink of an eye.
Were you able to watch the main event last week?
No, I didn't get to catch it.
Is there when you watch guys in the UFC, is there guys that like specifically you watch? Because I always see you commenting on the pages and stuff during fight week and stuff. So you seem like you're a guy that watches all the fights. Is there a guy you're like, man, I gotta watch when this guy fights?
Man, honestly, I'll focus on the 55ers. I always watch like majority of the 55 fights, and then I like to watch like the bigger names. I'm kind of a casual, Like, if it's not in my.
You're a casual?
Yeah, man. Like, cause like I've been around the sport so long, like I've seen it all. So like you gotta like really like catch my eye and impress me and show me something for me to want to continue to watch you.
Yeah. Bisping brought you out before you were even in the UFC, right? To be in his training camps.
Yeah, dude, that is crazy. That was a long time ago. I was like 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
Maybe. Yeah, like 5 or 6. When he fought Anderson Silva, that was the first time, I worked with him. We did the whole camp together. And then when he got the call for Luke too, the second fight, I helped him train for that last like couple weeks. So it was cool.
And how did he know you? Did he?
Dude, like it was so crazy how we met. So Brady Fink was one of his coaches. Brady Fink was my first jiu-jitsu instructor. And, Brady ended up leaving the gym where we're at. Fast forward, he hits up Pereira like, hey, I got this kid. He's emulated his style after Anderson Silva. He'll be a great style for you. So I go like spar, and they test me out for a sparring session. And Pereira was like, yeah, this kid has it. Like he's like perfect body style, perfect style. Like he's not big, like, but he can hang in there. So yeah, we did it like that, man. And the rest is history. Got me a part of Rook. I met Pat. Like it's pretty sick how the story plays.
Are you a hard sparer or are you a light sparer? Like there's gyms where you go to and you see guys trying to knock each other out, or are you like one of those? I like to be smooth with this lighter. Let's have a little fun, play tag.
I'm gonna match the energy. Like I always start off light. I always start off smooth. I'm super technical when I spar. But if somebody's trying to come at me, like you hit me as hard as you want to get hit. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. How is Bisping?
Has some wars.
I was about to say, how is Bisping? Bisping seems like he's a hard sparer. Like he looks like you hit him once and he gets mad and he starts seeing red.
So So me and Bisping had some back and forth in his camp. You know, like I told him like he would just take me down, lay on me. Like after I was like, you know, give him something on the feet. I was like, bro, you like 200 something pounds. I'm like 170. Like get off me, bro. Like, you know. So it was funny. We got into a heated exchange. Yeah, we tried to bang each other's heads off, bro. We tried to knock each other out a couple times, but it was cool. We earned each other respect. You know, he really like gave me some good advice back then before I was even like in the UFC, you know. So it meant a lot, and it's like resonated a lot, and you know, I've taken his advice and like ran with it.
So your weight cut,
like
the weight cut. Sorry, bro. So the weight cut. Correct me if I'm wrong. A couple times ago, the fight before this, your weight cut was a little more tough. This time went pretty well for you. Is that correct?
Man, yeah, this last cut was so smooth. Like, so I woke up, I was 156.6. And, you know, I went to the bathroom, I spit a little bit, I went down to like 56.2. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to go back to sleep and I'm going to just float the rest of it off. I wake up, I'm back at 156.6. I was like, oh, shit. Go to the PI, literally, like, I sit in the hot tub for like 15, 20 minutes just to warm up my body, get the sweat, like, start to break a sweat a little bit. Sit in the sauna for like, I think I was in there like 10, 15 minutes, made weight. Easy.
Love it.
Man. Are you a bath taker or are you like just a sauna guy?
Sauna. I hate the bath. I hate the bath.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's a lot of people that like it. I hate it, man. It burns so much. And
yeah, I don't think it like I like to see my results coming off. Like I like to see the sweat coming out. So it makes me like my mind's like, all right, like I'm like it's working, you know, like in the bath, it just like burning up. Like I've used it before, but I don't care for it.
Yeah, DC when he did his thing at the Hall of Fame speech, he was like, yeah, I went in, you know, when he admitted to the towel gate, he's like, bro, I weighed in, I was like 1.5 pounds off. And my wife called me. She's like, yeah, just get in the bath. You'll be fine. I told her, I'm not getting in the bath. You don't know what the bath means. And he said, me and my coach looked at each other. We said, oh, let's do the old towel trick. And I was like, bro, it was so funny. Like him admitting it was the funniest thing in the world.
Hey, I respect that for real.
But if you're Anthony Johnson, what do you think? Are you looking at it like, bro, that was my title fight right there. You stole that opportunity from me. You're like, man, he got me. Just looking at that picture, like, there's no way you could look at it and think that he did not push down on a towel.
Man, dude, honestly, I'm, you know, fair game.
No, yeah, for sure. So is there any chance of you ever moving up to 170? Do you think that your body's set right here? Or do you think that, you know, maybe sometime metabolism starts kicking in, you start putting out more muscle, you're going to end up eventually moving up to 170? Because like I said, you're huge.
You know, we got to see once I hit 30, but for now, I really feel like I'm going to stay at 55. Like I said, if I step on the scale right now, I'm probably 180, and I just ate a big ass meal. So like, as long like, and the thing is, like, as soon as I get in the camp, I'll start walking around like 77, 75 anyway. You know, it's just staying healthy, staying in shape, being on a diet at night. So if as long as I don't eat BS, bro, I'm not going to go up. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, get that strap, and then you can move up to 170.
Yeah, and then we can do a super fight with whoever the champ is.
Exactly.
No, I got feel honestly, you could be within like 2 fights based off of the way you're finishing and the way you're moving up the rankings right now. You get one big name, and then all of a sudden it takes one big name, and you never know. Popped up real quick, and especially like you say, you walk around pretty light for all these injuries that always happen. Just hopping in real quick.
See, but that's the thing, like short weight cuts, bro. Those are like the hard ones for me, man. Doing those quick ones,
There he is.
Technology. What's up? What's up? My bad.
Finally shows up.
My bad. You know what? Black people are late to all things. You know this.
man.
Thank you. Like my bad. I had to do media. We're here finally.
No, it's all good. You've earned it by taking another short notice fight against Jack Hermansson. Whoever doesn't know it, he's fighting in London now, taking that spot, Darren Till's spot. How did that come about? Did he just hit you up and you're like, or did you hit them up like, bro, I'm down?
I was leaving. I was the PI. I was leaving conditioning, and my manager runs in, like, answer your phone. I was like, all right, my bad, whatever. He said, you want to fight in 2 weeks? I was like, yeah, what's going on? He said, all right, we're going to fight in London. So we called, they told him we were in. An hour later, Jack accepted, and here we are. Now we're going to London.
That's right.
That is crazy. It's funny because we were literally eating lunch at the PI. And I was like, are you taking any time off? He said, bro, I was back in sparring on Monday. I said, really? He's like, yeah, I ain't got no injuries. I'm back to training. I was like, man, you're a beast. But hey, it pays off. Like you get that call and you're ready to go.
Bro, I'll be 35 next week. I can't afford to take too much time off anymore. I got here late. So I'm 35. I got bills. I'm trying to get stuff. I got to go make money now.
And honestly, it's based off of your last opponent, Vieira. It's like Jack's going to try to do the same exact thing. He's trying to wrestle. So I think game plan wise, it's the right fight.
The game plan's pretty close to the same. I think Jack's a better MMA fighter than Rodolfo, obviously. And a little bit better wrestler, but the game plan, like, you couldn't ask for a better camp for a 2-week notice fight. Having just trained for Rodolfo, I'm like, fuck, well, everything's the same. He just does it a little bit better, but like, all right, well, screw it. Like, hey, let's just go.
Yeah, for sure. Do you fighting in London? Have you ever fought outside of the country before?
Not that far. Pretty much local, like, Canada and shit, whatever. But like, it's first time in Europe, which is nice.
That's amazing. For having a long career like you, being able to go out there now being able to see different things. It's cool how it's all coming together at the right time for you.
It's fun, man. It's been a long road to get here, but now that we're here, everything kind of falling into place, kind of fun. And I'm just enjoying it, man. I like fighting. And I love fighting, man. And now it's finally paying off. Got here late, but now I'm enjoying the sights. He's hitting people, seeing new things, hitting people in new places. Life is good.
Watching the fights last week. Did you watch the Adesanya Cannonier fight?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched the card.
What's your thought on the main event?
So you never want to be the new guy like criticizing the champion, but like, man, I'm not a big Izzy fan. I'm just not. I came up in a time of Anderson Silva, so I've already seen everything Izzy's doing, but cooler. Like Anderson Silva, just a cooler like Izzy, and I've seen it already, and I've seen like the better performance. So like now to see Izzy, it's like okay, cool, but then like you feel like he kind of phones it in. And he's out there to fight. He's fighting, but he's not really out there to like fight for some reason. And I lost interest in the fight. I was like, all right, whatever. I kind of started doing other stuff, which sucks to say. It's a main event fight. You kind of lose interest. Like, okay, this is less not. It's not my style of fight.
Is it on Izzy or is it on Jared? Because I feel like Jared should have moved forward on him more. Like that's your spot. You never know when you're gonna get another title fight like that again.
And yeah, it takes two. And like, yeah, Jared could have pushed it, but you're the champion, man. Like you can win. I guess the point is like, yeah, defend your belt and like take it home with you. But like, I feel like if you're the champion, you should be trying to put people away to like prove a point. Like Anderson Silva, when he first had the belt, was putting people away. Even like John Jones before was like going out there to finish people to like, make a statement. So like, yeah, you won it, but like, it's not a statement fight. Like it's not a statement performance. And yeah, not every fight can be, but like he's had a few of these now to where you're just like, okay, well,
yeah, we're
like I know that you can win, but you're not trying. I know you're not trying.
The walkout was sick, though. You gotta admit that.
The walkout was the best part of that fight. And you say my fan is GSP?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna catch flack for this, real talk. But GSP ruined MMA for like 5 years. Like Matt Serra knocked out GSP. Matt Serra ruined MMA actually, but like GSP did too. But Matt Serra's fault too. Knocking out GSP was like I loved early GSP. Post Matt Serra GSP, I was like I hate all of this. I absolutely hate all of this. And every fight I watched, hoping we'd see glimpses of like old GSP, and you did. And then he had like PTSD of the Matt Serra fight, and then he went back to wrestling GSP, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, oh, you ruined MMA for like 5 years.
All right, I like that.
I said it. I'm not ashamed of it. I said it.
I'm about to say you came and say I don't want to be hated right now by talking trash. Izzy. You come at the goal that everybody loves, GSP.
I don't hate GSP. I don't hate him, but I will acknowledge he ruined MMA for like 5 years.
All right. Well, speaking of MMA, let's get this game show going, Cody.
All right, boys. So if you know the answer, you shall bully. It's real simple. If you know the answer, you shall bully. It's all you got to do. If you get it wrong, points go to the opponent. You get it right, the points are yours. Just shall bully. Good luck.
All right, guys. So
Uh,
categories for today. First category, face mash. These are two fighter faces mashed together. You got to tell me which two fighters they are. Second one, nickname game. Every fighter has a nickname. You got to tell me what their nickname is. Third one, this is the good one. This is guy fighters with a girl filter. You got to tell me who is the guy fighter. And then name scramble.
that's so questionable.
Wait until you see the pictures. It's very questionable. And then name scramble. The fighter names, letters are all scrambled up. You got to put the puzzle together.
Oh my god.
All right, Jalen, you were here first on time, so you get to pick the first category. But either one of you guys just scream out bully.
Shoot. Let's do nickname game.
Nickname game. All right, let's go. Nickname game for 100. The Leech. Who's the fighter?
Oh, I know his name. Oh no, what's his actual name?
I
Jalen.
don't know his full name, but it's Lee something.
That does not count.
I don't. If Chris could give me a last name, I'll give it to Chris.
I trained with this. I've trained with him. I'm like, what is his name? I just call him Leech.
Come on.
Kamzat.
You said Kamzat?
Yeah, did he?
What? He fought Kamzat. Yeah.
Kamzat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've trained with this guy. I just call him Leech. Oh god.
You guys got 3 seconds, so I'm giving it to Jalen for even saying it.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, generous judging. Give it him for just so he just gave you the LI, right? But he gets
Yeah,
It's the easiest part of it. Yeah, come on.
All right, Jalen, you go again. It's keeps.
Let's do face smash.
Face match. So 2 fighter faces here. You know the answer, scream bully.
Leech. Oh, bully. Who is that? Is that Donald Cerrone and Uriah Faber?
Come on, Chris. That's an easy one.
What?
It's Dillashaw and Uriah.
He looks like Donald Cerrone.
That looks like Emmett. What?
That was kind of like a Cerrone, though. All right, Jalen gets the points. You're up. Go again, Jalen.
Let's do name scramble.
Name scramble. Oh, these are hard ones.
Oh, bully.
Jalen.
Anderson Silva.
Oh, nice.
Dude. Hey, Chris, Eric Nixon is a 2-time champion here. So if you go back home with the 0 on your score, it's going to look really bad for you.
I hear trivia night. All right, man. All right, I'm down. All right, let's do this.
Jalen, go again.
Nickname game.
Nickname game. Kai Kara France. He had a weird nickname. I didn't even realize it was.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So we got to give him attention.
3.
I don't know his name.
I know this one. That's a hint.
I don't know.
Thanks,
Terrible
Cody.
hint, Cody. Don't blink.
Is that
Hey,
really
what'd
his
you do with your eyes? Come on. Terrible hint.
Oh, I
rub
get it.
them?
I know
You-
this one.
You got red eye? I don't know.
I had no idea that was a weird one. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a weird nickname. I saw it. I was like, you know what? Let me just put it up there just because he's fighting for the title. Jalen, go again.
Nickname game again.
Nickname game, 300. Oh, okay. Charles Jourdain. This is a good one.
Bully.
These are tough.
Jalen.
Get it wrong. Show.
Is it the Sparring?
Come on.
Yes.
Air Jordan.
Air Jordan.
Yeah.
Here's my point. I will win by default, baby. Woo!
He didn't have to do anything. That's a tie score. He girl Chris.
Let's go. No, we're going. Who is she / he? For yeah, let's do that. Let's do it.
He's actually all right. This is a guy.
Oh my
fighter.
god, that is hideous. What is that? Oh
That's
my
tough,
god.
man. You might have to give him a hint.
This is a
That-
he's fighting this weekend.
Bro, that don't help, bro.
He's
it's like an alien.
he's in the main event.
Bully, Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall. He's not.
You said main event. That's next week. I forgot.
Come on.
That's next week.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's the main event of your card, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is. I don't know. Like it's. I walk around in the haze, man.
You're up, Jalen.
Oh man. Let's do name scramble again.
All right,
I'm gonna need you to fail, man.
He got the name scramble really quick.
Bully.
Oh,
Almost surrounded.
damn.
Dude, that was a good one.
Damn.
All right, he's starting to come
All
back.
right, got a little ball
All
game
right.
now.
I'm waking up.
First lead in the game for Chris. Go ahead.
Let's do name scramble.
Name scramble again. Here we go.
Bully. Robbie Lawler.
Jalen.
Robbie Lawler.
Jalen.
Oh no!
He called it.
That was both are focused and locked in, but yeah,
All right,
Jalen
now we're
was
locked in.
there.
Now we got a game here. This is a fight.
Yes.
You're up,
Dude,
Jalen.
Wi-Fi.
Let's do face smash.
Face
No,
mask.
no.
Look at your faces.
That is Bully.
Chris.
Israel Adesanya and Charles Oliveira.
Come on, bro. What the heck? Pereira.
What?
Israel Pereira. Come
They're
on.
Brazilian. I get half points.
Charles is
Oh,
blind.
man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it the light skin thing going on, man? Come on.
You're up, Jalen.
Name
I'm so
scramble.
bad at this.
Name scramble. All right, this is a good one. You guys caught the other one super quick.
Bully. Brandon Moreno.
There we go.
Damn.
Game. We got to keep it a game.
There we
Damn.
go. This is a game right here.
Hey,
All right. You're up, Chris.
let's do nickname game.
Nickname game. Misha Tate.
Bully.
Bully.
Jalen.
Cupcake. Oh, that was me. That was me. That was me. That was me.
I
No.
got it.
No, that was me. No.
Called bully.
Hey, I know. No, run that back. Is there a replay? Like, no.
Hey, we can rock, paper, scissors.
We got a producer in the back. Cody calls it.
Cody.
Oh no, the tape wouldn't lie. Chris, with all due respect, the tape wouldn't lie. Jalen was there.
Oh, I called
Hey,
BS.
Jason.
Bilal, you
You're
knew
up,
he
you're up,
called.
Jalen.
Jalen was there. Anyway, hey, it's
This
close.
is a close game.
She/he.
He shall see. Here we go. Guy fighter.
Bully.
Jalen.
Jack Hermansson.
Oh, that was a big one right there.
That was
Chris,
good.
that's your opponent.
He shot a tattoo. I was trying to decide that was Marvin or Jack. I couldn't tell.
Tattoo gave it away.
Here we go.
Let's do a she/he again.
300. This is a good one.
Bully.
What? It's
Jalen.
Ah, wait. I don't want to get it wrong.
Come on. You said
I know who
bully.
this is.
So now you gotta take a chance.
Is that Bobby?
Come on, Jalen.
Ah, wait. No.
It's just too late. It's too late.
He knows who it is too.
Is that Marshman?
No, it's
Who
Michael
is that?
Johnson.
Oh God,
Oh, man.
bro!
I knew it was a
You
brother.
get the
Why was
point
he an
still.
Asian woman?
Is it Marshman White?
Why was he an Asian woman?
You got
Bro.
it.
Hey, no! Somebody screenshot that because they turned him into an Asian woman. And that was fucked up.
You're up, Chris. This is a
Hey,
tight game.
this filter's disrespectful. We're gonna go he/she.
Here we go. Oh, this is a good one.
What
Did
is
you already do
that?
this one?
This is an easy one.
Did we already do this one?
No.
No, we didn't do this one.
Dude, none of these are easy.
But
Yeah,
he's
how is
also
this
fighting-
easy?
He's
Who
also
is
fighting
this?
weekend.
Huh?
He's fighting this weekend.
Oh,
Bully.
Jalen.
Dos Anjos.
Oh! That's
Hey.
a big one right there.
What's with these hits, man? Come on.
I said he's fighting this weekend. It wasn't a big hit.
Hey, what's with these hits?
All right, Chris, you need these both.
You need
to
these
go to
two
I didn't even know there was a card this weekend. I'm fucking.
This is big. This is a big 700 points right here, Chris. You need this.
I need this. I need this.
This is a good one.
All right.
Go ahead.
Whew. What category is this?
This is face match. 2 fighter faces.
Oh,
I don't know the other fighter.
I know one of them.
Bully.
Oh, I know what it is.
Is it Chris and Jack Hermansson?
Got it.
Oh,
David got it too.
Ah, Chris, what's going on over there?
bro. Oh man, I'm so bad at this.
Last one, just for kicks.
Oh, I got it. Bully
That's Bully. That's Chandler, and who is it?
and Poirier.
Is that Poirier?
Chandler and
That
Poirier.
is his head, isn't it?
Come on, Chris.
Is it? Yeah. Dustin, you understand how little I know who's in this sport now? Like,
I'm not saying, do you even watch fighting right now?
yeah, I don't. I know you guys. Like, yeah.
Well,
You know what's messed up? I was just talking about Jalin Turner, how like they're like, who could have a belt in like 5 years? I was like, Jalin Turner, you gonna embarrass me? I take that shit back. Yeah, take that shit back.
well, he has the belt that matters. Congratulations, Jalen. You just won a bonus this weekend. If you finished, now you just finished Chris in a dominant fashion. How does it feel to be the show champ?
All I do is win, no matter what.
Yeah, oh, you gonna sing off key too? Damn, that's how you feel?
Hockey. Oh
Just-
man.
That's disrespectful.
Hey,
Sorry.
it's the connection, bro. I was on point.
Hey, good work. You was on fire today. Good work. I should try harder.
I
Hey, I appreciate both you guys coming on, guys. Thank you guys. Good luck in your London co-main event. Shout out to Chris taking any fight that comes his way, ready for the freaking top of the division.
That's right.
Next, the future right here. Shout out to Jalen. Both of you guys. Appreciate both of you guys.
Hang on,
Thank you guys.
before we lose Chris and Jalen, you can stay too. Chris, so we spoke on Friday at the UFC Expo, and we asked you. We said, like, obviously the game plan for Sean is to go out there and to wrestle if he's smart. And you said, yeah, but the problem is sometimes Sean isn't very smart. So I guess what was your feeling like? You know, afterwards, was it like I told you so? Was it like how did you feel about that? You know, being his friend.
Yeah, it was hard, man, because you see how much work he puts into it. But at the same time, the thing about Sean Strickland is uniquely his own person at all times. So there was a very clear game plan that we worked on. And I said Friday, that's the game plan, but Sean is Sean, and Sean is going to do what Sean does. So it sucks to lose, but, you know, he lost doing it his way. So fuck it. You know, it's a lot of people will live their entire lives never taking risk and doing shit the way they want to do it. So if you're going to lose, at least you lose your way.
Well, I thought he won the press conference still. So I mean,
He's still the press conference champion.
He's still a top 10 middleweight to me. So, and I mean, arguably fought the best contender like to go against Adesanya. So that guy's scary.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be back. He's all right. We've talked. He's fine. Sucks, but you know, on long enough timeline in this sport, everybody's gonna lose, so he'll be fine.
That's a fact.
For sure, brothers. Appreciate you guys.
Well, thanks for having me, man. I
Good to meet
appreciate
you
it.
guys.
You're the
Hey,
best.
go get it in London action, man. Go fucking get it.
Let's go. I'm excited. Like, yeah, London Bridge is falling down, bitches. Let's do it.
That's
All right,
right.
boys.
Bring it home.
Please, brother.
Thank
All
you,
right, guys.
Dude, Bully. Yeah, I mean, they brought up Sean Strickland. I was gonna ask you. I didn't hear much from Belal Muhammad after Sean Strickland got knocked. I know Sean Strickland working out with I know he's with Nixick in the camp or whatever, but no, I thought we might hear from Belal Muhammad after that fight. And
Nah,
Belal
I'm never a
Muhammad,
guy to like kick a man when
I
he's
know.
down. Like I'm a guy like I said, everybody's ever knows how it feels to get knocked out. So it's like I've been knocked out before, so I know how much it hurts. And people don't realize it when fans go on there and they start talking trash to you right away after. It's like the most painful thing. So I'm like being a guy who's been in the sport, feeling what it feels like, especially, yeah, the dude's a loser, he's that, this and that, but it's like you still been in that situation before. He obviously talks like he doesn't want the title fight, but like you're not in the sport unless you want to be a champion. You're not in the sport, and the winner of that fight was fighting for the title. So like to have that all taken away from you, like you can just tell it's gonna hurt anybody that gets to that level. So I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna talk trash to somebody, especially like that. If it was a split decision loss or something like that, then yeah. But it's like to lose like that, it's just, you know what it is. And like you said, Chris knows. Like I said, I've talked to Chris. We had lunch over there, and like he always saying like, "Oh man, he's working hard. Sean's working hard." Blah blah blah. And like you're talking trash before the fight, but it's like after the fight, I'm not gonna be the guy that kick a man when he's down.
I hear you. I don't love though all the talk necessarily about his matchup with Adesanya. It's just, I mean, obviously hindsight it looks at, but it is so premature. It's like, I know you want to fight for the belt next, but if you have another opponent such as Chimaev before the champ, or are you going to spend your time talking about Usman if Chimaev's your opponent? I don't think so.
Exactly. That's the thing with a lot of these guys. I think they always look ahead, and when you're looking at that fight, I feel like there is a clear path to beat a guy like Pereira, and that's to shoot on him, to wrestle on him. And that's literally the only way. Like, even if I'm at Adesanya, I'm like looking at him like striking wise, it's still a most difficult matchup, especially with his length, his size, and with his kickboxing ability. He's one of the best kickboxers, probably the best kickboxer that came to MMA from kickboxing, actually. So to fight a guy like that in his world, it just doesn't make any sense. So when you're looking at guys like them and you see Chimaev call him out afterward, and you're like, honestly, that like you could see a guy like Chimaev beating him, because there's not really a guy in the 185-pound division that's a straight up wrestler except for Derek Brunson. And Derek Brunson got to the top, and he was right there one fight away from going to the title fight. So they don't really have any high level wrestlers at 185 right now. A lot of them are strikers, are guys that just move forward the whole time. And when you see a guy like Cannonier, when you're not at that level, understand the distance the way Adesanya does, it's going to be hard to beat those guys. But Adesanya and Pereira, they're both on the same level. So I think this fight is going to be all striking, and they're going to be on top until there is another wrestler that comes up there that's high level that could probably take them down at will.
Well, an interesting point that you made, Bully, is the fact that, this is not the first time sitting after an Adesanya win that we're like, all right, well, that was kind of lackluster. Like, not much, but there's a pattern to that. He makes these amazing, great fighters look benign. They can't do anything. They can't get shots off. When guys go for it, they end up looking like Whitaker. So kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't against a guy like Adesanya. And I think Pereira is just one of the only guys that'll go for it. And I saw a tweet that was pretty funny that said, what if Pereira goes in there, knocks out Izzy, and then goes, I quit MMA. I came here to do what I wanted to do. That'd be insane.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I think that Adesanya has that everybody else doesn't have is just understanding distance and range, and where he'll switch stances on you, move left, move right. And I think it frustrates a guy like Cannonier, because he wants you to stand there and let's bang it out. And Adesanya didn't give him that chance. And even when Cannonier shot in on him, Izzy showed that, he was still strong. When you feel Izzy, a lot of guys, they underestimate his strength and they think that, I can just take him down. He's a skinny, tall guy. But, he showed that he was strong, especially in those positions. And Cannonier just he really just didn't go for it, I don't think. And especially when you're getting to the third, fourth, fifth round, it's like, bro, you're not going to get the shot again. So it's like just going out there, out on your shield, or just throwing bombs at him, because there is no plan B for him right there. Plan B would have been to, let me take him down, let me wrestle him. And he didn't have that in his arsenal. So it's like, all right, well, plan B, there's no plan B. I just have to go to turn up plan A to let me go in there and go to battle with him and just try to knock him out, catch him one of these big right hands or big left hooks.
Well, and similarly, I thought the co-main was kind of the same way, where 4-5, like, it's hard to make an argument that you're not down. So you got to go for it. And unfortunately, when you're going against a guy like Volk and Adesanya, who amazing distance management, you have to, I thought Max would maybe dirty it up a little bit in the 4-5, but you can't with a guy like Volk. His footwork is just too good.
I think that the biggest problem with Max was, I didn't realize this, but he has a shorter reach than Volk. Like, he's taller, but they say he has like a 68-inch reach. Yeah. Yeah. He has shorter arms. So like he has to fight short. So it's not like Adesanya where he can fight long, keep you at his arm's length or anything. Or Volk has a longer arms than him anyway. So Volk is the longer fighter. So Max has to fight in the pocket. Max has to fight by moving forward. He can't be moving backwards against Volk, because Volk has longer arms.
And I think Jamal Hill said something like, seeing Volkanovski in person this time, I think he was like, all right, I think he might be, the best pound for pound right now or whatever. And I don't really like the greatest conversations, but I said the same shit when I saw Volkanovski in Jacksonville when he's fighting Zombie. I'm telling you, 30 seconds in, Zombie's laughing at how good and how clean Volkanovski is. It's just like, and when he was talking shit to Max and he's just like, quick, it's like,
Could you hear that, Bully, from where you were sitting?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard
I'm looking at it
John
like,
says-
bro, this guy is like, it's a different comfort level when you're in there talking trash to a guy like Max. When you guys had 2 close fights, and it's like something that I don't know. It's like, I got you. Oh, come on, pick it up something. He's like pointing to the ground, like, let's go, do it again. Come on.
Oh, I
yeah,
mean,
was close.
Yeah. I thought
And,
that
you
would have
know-
been just a piece de resistance if at the end of 5, Volk just went in the middle and was just like, just pointed to the ground. If he would have maxed Max,
Yeah.
that would have been crazy.
Wasn't he like before round 4 against Zombie? Like, you sure?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
well,
you sure
that
you
was
wanna
more
do-
like out of concern. That was
Right,
more
right,
like,
right,
he's like, are you good? Like, for real? Like, in life? Like, you know, like.
But I think Volk put it best prior to the fight, meaning in the second fight, Volk said Max didn't get that W when I wasn't at my best. And I think that is the bottom line. However that fight went, we can move right on. But Volk, man, I just hope he stays at 145. I want to see, I really want to see that. I like when the organization stays organized, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm looking at it now more so, well, what does Max do? Do you think Max has to move up? Because when you lose to the current champion 3 times in a row, and it's like, where do you go from here? It's like, am I still going to stay in this division and keep fighting contenders? You're taking their spot, but it's like, it's not going to get you any closer to the title fight. So at what point do you think, man, should I move up to a different weight class and then fight those guys?
Can we ask Belal about his fight with Chris Curtis? Interesting you mentioned it. What was it, September 2014? Yeah. Who's your fight club? 21. Does that ring a bell, Belal?
Yeah, that was a while ago. What do you want to ask?
Unanimous decision, Muhammad over Curtis. They had lunch together last week, though. What do you want to know?
It's funny. It was me, Chris Curtis, and Brendan Allen and Lou eating lunch. And Lou was supposed to fight Chris Curtis. Brendan lost to Chris Curtis.
That's right.
And then I beat Chris Curtis, and we're all eating lunch at the same table. But that's like the beauty of the sport. It's so cool.
Yeah, Chris is
God,
great. He's just like an infectious guy. When I spoke to him on Friday, he was just like great mood, just super happy. Like, love that guy.
Yeah, you can just tell he's loving life. And it's like, even with Lou, when you always pay attention to the guys that you fought before, especially outside of the UFC. And he was a guy that outside of the UFC, you could tell that he wanted to get into the UFC. And you could tell that when you fight guys, guys that are like real fighters and guys that aren't real fighters. And he was a guy that you paid attention to. And then seeing his career in PFL, and he retired in PFL, and then they called him back, and he was like eating he said he was eating like a waffle and some chicken, and then they called him back like, yo, the main event needs a replacement. Are you down? So he unretired, went back in there, he lost in there, and then he retired again. And to still come back and be like, I still want this dream that nobody else could see but me, to get on a Contender Series, to win a fight like that by sidekick knockout, and they still don't sign you, and you're like, what the heck? Like, what else do I need to do? And then you go still on the regional scene. You're winning. I think you won like 5 fights in a year. And then all of a sudden you finally get a short notice call against a guy, Phil Hawes. Bam, you knock him out. Then you get a guy like Brendan Allen, who's another crazy beast. You knock him out. Then you get this Rodolfo Vieira, who they think that your weakness is grappling, and you go in there and defend all of his takedowns. So the run he's on is amazing. It's a crazy story.
And now you have a chance to get in the top 10. You win your next fight.
Exactly. It's
unranked,
amazing.
fighting number 8. Let's go.
I know. I think Till would have done against Jack. I think Till training with Chimaev, I think it would have helped his game a lot. He's had a lot of injuries that you're hearing, and he fought a guy in Derek Brunson last, and Derek Brunson used the wrestling a lot. Before that, at 170, he had pretty good takedown defense. He said that, Derek Brunson was taking him down a lot because he tore his ACL pre-fight. So maybe he did have the injury or not. The way Jack fights anyway, Jack is more of an upper body wrestler. I think that Till would have been way faster than him, and especially fighting in London, in his hometown, it would have been huge for him. I think the energy would have been crazy for him. I would have given Till the edge right there.
All right. So before we get out of here, Belal, if you had to guess right now, what month do you expect that you'll be fighting?
I think I'm going to be Abu Dhabi for sure. I think it's going to be Abu Dhabi, but it's just waiting on the name to who it's going to be. But I think it'll be Abu Dhabi. I think it'll be October. I think Thursday's like booked for October 22nd. So it's a good time for me. We got Nacho fighting July 30th. Juliana fighting July 30th. So we got guys in camp right now working.
Are you going? Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Ramiz is fighting too.
Who?
Ramiz.
Oh yeah, Ramiz fighting too. Yeah,
Ramiz.
I think I'm gonna go down there and give him like a couple days of training, probably next week, to go down there and help him out a little bit. But yeah, he got a big fight that he's fighting a prospect, undefeated prospect. So that'll be a good fight for him to prove himself.
They got basketball courts in Dallas, don't they?
Yeah. So speaking of basketball, so whenever it's rolling and DC wants to show up and bring his crew, so the three of us will go. If it's fight week and John's working, he probably wouldn't play. But so we'll get the three of us, and then we'll get Jamal Hill. Brunson certainly can play. We got to get Walt Harris and Phil.
Shmo was talking about coming up with a 3-on-3 tournament. Shmo
Dude,
said we did a 3-on-3 tournament for $10,000 winner. I'm like, who's gonna get to 10,000? He said, "Oh, we'll get sponsors." I said, "That's a good idea. I think it'll be
all
good."
day.
Well, and if you did it for charity, even.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take $10,000.
Hey, I'll up the ante. Us three, Jamal, and you can use a chair.
Walt Harris, Phil Rowe, I think can really play. Some of these guys you can just tell when they talk they can play, and Belal can play too a little bit. I'm sure.
I'll have to post my highlights. Don't worry, it's coming soon.
So saying, I'll put 1,500 on us beating DC's team. That's what I'm saying. That's what me and Jay are running. I mean, can you imagine Jay's hair going down the court? I ain't catching him.
So, but I know I always bring this up, but it's like, man, do you guys never think about as a professional athlete, man? It's like you boys out there, shoot, I know you're aware of that, right? When you're playing basketball, or you just are you just full aggression when you're out there, bully? Or do you realize?
Yeah. There's. I'm gonna pull up for a jumper instead of going to the hole with guys freaking smashing you.
Because I'm telling you, like when I used to play with I played golf in high school, and so there were a lot of hockey players on my golf team. And when we'd play pickup basketball with the hockey players, I get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, I would get hurt. Because they just didn't know. So you're a prized asset. I play basketball with
Lou every Tuesday. Lou's a guy that defends with his arms, and he tries.
He's got big arms.
Like that. So I felt it. And then even DC was like trying to underhook me, trying to pull down with his underhooks. I'm like, bro, you're not supposed to be doing that.
See this.
Yeah.
This
Team Elijah one wants the full game footage. Exactly. All right. It's almost an hour.
We'll do a live commentary watch along with Belal. And we'll get I'll get my Mike Breen on. Jamal Hill for 3. Bang!
There you go. Anyway, next week International Fight Week, we'll all be there. We got to do a show live. And I'm just going to be stalking you wherever you're going. You can be sure. But anyway, good to be back. And remember the show. We'll see you all next Thursday night. This was episode 68 for Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. I'm Jason Anik. Thank you, Cody Merrow. We'll see you all next week. Have a good night. Peace.